one day to complete the entire Peachtober Art Challenge. In this tiny sketchbook? Is this even possible? It is early. We have 24 hours. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but we need to get all of the supplies ready. And the entire art challenge is ink. We need light. It's dark outside. Honestly, it's darker than I thought it would be. I don't know when that happened, but I guess we are fully in autumn now. A palette, dip pan, some water, watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the very first time. I've never seen it. And here is the ink collection, although I cannot open them. We need a title page. So when you open the sketchbook, you know exactly what you're going into. Some paintbrushes, of course, and a loose wet on wet first layer. Lots of color. With a little bit of negative space. Does it still count as negative space if you add the color first? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what this is, right? I think it counts. It's a tiny sketchbook off to a very cute and pink start. And the very first prompt is acorn. Originally, I had the idea to do this entire sketchbook monochrome only. Kind of scrapped that when I couldn't open any of the bottles, so we have multiple colors. Also, it's early, it's like 5 in the morning, and I forgot that was the plan, so we're going in with a few different colors. We've got India ink, watercolor ink, acrylic ink. Yeah, I think that's it. And that is acorn done. Number 2 is kite. And we're drawing exactly that with, again, a little bit of negative space. Starting off with India inks, I do have a bit of experience with them. Not with color. I've only ever used black. So these are really surprising. I didn't even know that you could get colored India inks like this. Like, they're really bright. These are all from the huge Facebook Marketplace haul. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave it down below. Otherwise, I would not have this many inks. Simple and cute. Peachtober number 3. The prompt is slug. Lots of different colors that are going to be mixed because this one is an homage to the Peachtober 2023 challenge where the prompt was grub. That's pretty similar actually, isn't it? I made a circle exactly like this. Had a lot of fun. So we're doing it again. And this time, instead of a little worm, it's a slug and a little bit more zoomed in. Number 4, gingham. The idea is to paint a cute little picnic, a gingham blanket with some food on top, but this is not going to plan. Not only are the stripes incredibly difficult, but I do not have a white acrylic ink. However, the sun is up, we can open the curtains. There's white India ink, and this isn't doing anything. I have flesh. Flesh is the closest I have to a white in the acrylic inks, but it's not as opaque as I hoped it would be. And now I'm adding all this color and it does not look appetizing at all. This doesn't look like food on a plate. This looks terrible. We need another medium. Neo colors. Can Neo colors save the day? I really wasn't intending to do any mixed media pieces. I want to use ink. I want to learn inks, but they kind of saved this piece. So I had to. Poppy is number 5. And although the Neo colors are sitting right there, we are not going to reach for them. Not unless we absolutely have to. I want to learn how to use inks, and I think a monthly art challenge like this is the best way to do so. I've actually created an entire video on this topic, everything you can learn from doing art challenges, and I'll leave that below as well. So if the goal is to learn a new medium, this is the way. On to number 6, the prompt is ring. No, we are not painting a ring. We're not painting jewelry. I thought of an old telephone. It's a very simple design, but you know what? We are in a tiny sketchbook and we're not going to be able to do big elaborate things. We have to work with what we've got, and we've only got so many hours. On to prompt number 7, strawberry. Very simple design. We are creating a pattern. In a sketchbook of this size, I think this is going to look pretty cute, but also if you're going to do it bigger, patterns just look cool and they can look amazing as a phone wallpaper or even as a print. So we're painting some cute little strawberries with lots of dots around them. Some designs are simple, some have more detail, but you would not believe how much time has already passed. We need to speed up, and this one is perfect for that. Not quite the shades I had in mind, but we're gonna try and make this work. A yellow and a green to paint leaf. Very loose to begin with some line work. It needs to be even looser though. We need a colourful background. Done with the India inks, moving on to Winsor & Newton this time. And last time I used this, I completed the entire Peachtober Art Challenge using just 4 Winsor & Newton inks. This time we have loads more. So many pretty colours to try. Also, this new dip pen, which I am struggling with, and giving up, moving over to another one. It's got like this ball on the end. I don't know how to use it. Gonna have to figure it out. It has been this long since waking up, and we're now on number 9, which isn't the best. So I think we need to speed things up. Prompt number 9 is rope. Yeah, maybe we can speed up a little bit with this one. Should we grab something new? What's that one? It would be different. Not quite the color I had in mind. This one is negative space. I think what we're gonna do to speed things up is really just grab any color from the box. Just realized that doesn't really go anywhere. Don't think there's much we can do about it at this point though. Just looks a bit patchy. That is user error though. It's almost like an orange brown. It's kind of giving red squirrel. I guess like this we need to go around. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit silly. Oh, what if we add some patterning to this? Maybe? Is that better? Number 9. What I want to do is quickly dry this off, and then we're going to add some patterning to the background. We've got stars, so let's see if we can make that work. You know what? I like it. Maybe the simpler the better. Number 10 is Critter, and that red squirrel colour would have been literally perfect for this because we are drawing a squirrel. Yes, didn't think of that, but we have to use different colours instead. And this Winsor & Newton one literally has it on the box. Will a gel pen save this, or is it gonna completely ruin it? Honestly, I think it's a little bit too much. The hair is up. We are speeding up right now. We need blue. The prompt is seagull. There's a pastel blue and a sky blue, and this is exactly what we're doing. Literally the perfect shades. I do not want to paint a seagull. Not again. I've done it once before and it was a little bit of a disaster. So instead we are making a sky. Very loose, lots of blue. The ink's gone everywhere. It's fell down the side of the sketchbook and gone on a lot of the other pages. But we proceed. Let's try and draw some birds loosely. And a lot of them kind of failed. Oh, was that so hard? Number 12 is bark. And this prompt I want to stylize. Going with a flat wash first. Grab the dip pan. Add a grid before going over the original sketch. You can't see, but there is a tree. There's a leaf, a couple of other little leaves, some circles. It's a whole thing. And the idea is that we colour in opposite sections. So if the tree is coloured in the top left corner, it will also be painted in the bottom right. And I'm hoping that this is gonna look good. Unfortunately, I messed up the line work just a little bit, but it has potential. I want to make something similar again for Inktober. It's a cool style. Peachtober prompt 13 is marble. And we're properly onto the watercolor inks now. There's a white, India ink, and a pale red. And I want to try and create a vase that looks like marble. And this seems a lot harder than I anticipated. Ink looks amazing in water. It blooms, it spreads, it looks really pretty. However, it's not subtle and it kind of goes everywhere, especially in a tiny space like this. So hopefully the dip pen is gonna save this. Try and add the vase, add the sticks, the kind of plants, some shapes that look a bit like marble. I don't know, what do you think? Did we pull it off? Brush. I don't have a good idea for brush. I'm just gonna warn you now. Then this happened. Can you see how beautiful this bloom is? I do not have the heart to cover it up, especially when it's not really a great idea to begin with. So we're gonna leave a lot of it there. Try to add a pot, some paintbrushes, and one paintbrush that's kind of falling out and dripping on a page. Yes, I said it wasn't a good idea, but we're saving a lot of time. Equally important, Flame orange? Aquarium? Here's the logic, okay? Goldfish are orange, so we're painting the entire thing in orange. It's negative space, and there are more bubbles in this fish tank than I ever intended to add. There are so many bubbles that the fish can't move. We're just gonna ignore that. It's art. It's okay. The fish ends up not looking like a goldfish anyway. So let's just add some more little bubbles and call this one done. It's not practical, but it is cute. It's hatch, and we need a similar color palette. We need some yellow, some orange, because we're painting a chick hatching from an egg, but I want this piece to be mostly wet on wet, which is really difficult because it's moving wherever it wants in the water. So we're gonna have to add a little bit more definition. We need eyes, we need a beak, and a very loose background. And this little one is kind of perfect for a sketchbook this size. We are over halfway, and prompt number 17 is whistle. When I tell you, I struggled to come up with ideas for this prompt. The only thing I could think of is to paint a conch shell. You know, the ones where you can kind of hear the ocean? And this is stylized, it has some patterns on. We've got stars, a bow, some crosses and stripes. Well, I actually really like the color palette, and considering all the ways this prompt could have gone, I think it turned out well. But we need some different colors. Red, because the prompt is toad, and I completely forgot that frogs and toads existed, so we are drawing mushrooms. I guess I thought of Mario and toadstools, so that's the route we're going. A little mushroom on a bigger mushroom on a bigger mushroom, with cute little arms and legs so it doesn't look like anything else. And prompt number 19 is melon. This is a super difficult prompt because the only thing that a melon can be is a melon, right? There's nothing else that can be a melon. Well, I can't think of anything else. So it's fruit on a bowl. Hey, at least the watermelon kind of looks cute. How's about a different color palette? The prompt is truck, and we haven't used sepia yet, or many browns really. Everything has been lovely and bright and colorful. So how's about some more moody pieces? And we are literally painting a truck. Got changed into a cuter outfit. The comfy was nice, but we really need to speed things up. It's getting dark and the finish line is in sight, but unfortunately there's a big mark at the top of this page and you can see it's gone on so many others. Trying to cover it up and failing. Very simple, but some prompts are just so difficult. And number 21 is snowflake. Let's quickly reach the page and grab. We need lots of blue because this is a wet on wet piece. And unfortunately, the paper's already dried a little bit. This is not 100% cotton paper, and it behaves a little bit odd. I don't know how the paper dries fast, but also stores it on top of the page for so long. Like, the water pools and moves all around the page, but somehow it's dry. It makes no sense. And on top, we're just adding some snowflakes. Kind of failing. Can you see where the fail is? The one snowflake that makes no sense whatsoever because I messed up the line work. Dip pens are difficult, okay? That is 21 done, which means we're on 22, which also means we get to move on to the final page. And now the finish line is in sight. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been going super fast. Not compared to other 24-hour challenges. I think it might be because this is a smaller sketchbook, so I have been taking it easy a little bit. Saying that, we're still on 11 hours. So what color should we pick for the next one? It's web, so should we pick at random? Oh, well, I guess it chose. Random is random. And there happens to be a lot of browns for Winsor & Newton. Ooh, that looks interesting though. That looks a bit more red. Let's just clip this down a little bit. I just realized that's not gonna look great because we've got a couple of marks. Darker one for another border, like a border and a border. This color looks pretty though. I'm gonna have to tilt you for this bit, otherwise I'm gonna mess it up. To be fair, the sketch wasn't very good to begin with, and we're now going over it. And this wasn't actually supposed to be boxes like this. Yes, I got carried away during the sketch. Do you know what though? At this point, I kind of have to go over the lines. Otherwise, we'll see them. And I think we'll do the little flower first. Maybe now is a good time to say that I don't have much experience with a dip pen. Oh, they're shaky. We want to fill in some of these as well. This really is not how I pictured burnt sienna, but it's usually kind of brown, isn't it? 22. Now, how are we going to cover up these marks? Oh, what about this? I don't know if this will be enough. So we've got 2 blobs that we need to cover up. So what if we just, almost looking like petals? The problem is every time I go to this edge, it then happens again, and there's even more to cover up. Kind of hides it. Okay, it doesn't hide it. It's more like it disguises it. Oh, that is cute. Shall we see what's next? Ooh, paper. And the random color is... Let's go in the boxes again, because then we have no clue. This one, I'm feeling this one. Ooh, green. Maybe 2. Okay. It's yellow and green again. Is this not exactly the same color palette we had for leaf? Pretty much. But we've got to try and make it work. And I'm gonna be honest, this is really surprising me. This is one of those prompts that I wanted to change. It's paper. All I could come up with was a paintbrush and paint falling off in a kind of surreal way, because I guess that's associated with paper. But somehow this turned out good. Kind of. I'm confused. Number 24 is spots. And what is the random color? Ooh, pink. And yellow? Okay. Now this prompt actually goes along with the next one. So both of them feature a cute little duck. But you know what? Let's just fill this entire page in. I completely forgot. It's negative space, but it's not white. We need the color down first. Each of these ducks is in an environment that kind of looks like spots. And then the next one. So it's flowers and leaves and fruit, loosely giving spots. Not my strongest idea. But now we need something green. The other color is brown. We might be able to make this work. Next is stripes, and this cute little duck at a different angle is in a forest. I like the concept, but this is a lot harder to execute than I'd imagined. Because if the duck is on the floor, the tree trunks don't look like that. Unless it's a giant duck. How's about brown? Well, the prompt is bare, so that kind of fits. We're trying to use every single color here, drawing a giant teddy bear in a forest. And I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters, sketchbook buddies. Thank you for everything. Here's the little bear. Oh, random. Let's grab another one. Ooh. Carmine. We're on to prompt number 27, and this is the sketch. It's Axe, and I am excited. We've got a lovely color and a frame in a very cute style, trying something completely different here. And it's proving a little bit difficult being this small, but I think this might just be one of my favorites. A lot of fun to make. Unfortunately, we do have a mark on the border again. So even though the frame is supposed to be floating, we're just gonna paint all around the edge to try and cover up that mark. Unfortunately, working so small, a lot of the ink has kind of gone everywhere. Along the edges, it's gone onto the future pages. Some has gone down the middle and affected the pieces we've already created. We're working fast and small. It's just one of those things, sadly. And it's been 14 hours. 28 is button. Ooh, what about this color? I don't think we've used this yet. This is the Ecoline watercolor ink. And unfortunately, I did not consider a very important part of using this art supply. The sketch is down, it's looking lovely. Adding water and it's just reactivated absolutely everything. It's still kind of a look though, just a messy one. And with that, we're on 29, sour, and a cute little lemon page. The Peachtober prompt list was created created by Fairy Little Peach. She's also on YouTube. I love her channel. And the prompts are often very cute, quite broad, quite easy to come up with ideas. But there's also Inktober. And this year, that's what I'm doing as the main monthly challenge. There will be 4 videos coming up, all week's worth of prompts. And it's not too late for you to join a monthly art challenge. There's also Drawtober, Drawloween. We only have one left here and it's Whisker, but October is the biggest month-long art challenge month of the year. So if you're up for joining an art challenge, now is the time. We're only a couple of days in, so it's not too late at all. And you don't have to do it every day. You can just hop on and do as many as you like. This one here is very simple. It's just a cat, negative space, and a lovely colourful background. It's peeking through underneath. And there's one more. Ooh, it's purple. Trying to reach for as many new colours as possible. And a lovely colour to end the final prompt on. Although this is looking a little bit more like pink to me. This is not what I expected. Like, this is not what was on the box. It's a cute little stamp with a ghost in the middle. It accidentally kind of flew with the hairdryer, so we need to fix this. I'm hoping this will be a really light wash. We need a little bit more water. Although, actually, this is not going to cover that mark. Just a little bit darker there, maybe. Is this the wrong one? Oh, it is as well. That's why it looks completely different. This is carmine. This isn't purple. It still looks cute, so it's fine. And that is Peachtober done. 15 hours. And I am super excited for Inktober now. That will be coming in just a few days' time, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Have a cup of tea, make some art, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.